even if you've got a struggling small channel, I guarantee, which I really don't like that particular phrase or word, but I've done this so many times, it's always worked. It's a step-by-step approach strategy that has allowed me to always increase my views. Now, there is a catch, but it's one that's very manageable. And if you give me a few moments, I'm really going to give you tactical advice today as to what to do. If you're new, my name is Brian, and I'm really glad you made it. It's all about YouTube if you're returning. Closing crew in the house, let's make this happen. And here's where it gets really incredible. You see free AI, ChatGPT now remembers, and that means you can really guide it with what's truly important and it won't forget. And when you combine that with powerful strategies that I'm going to break down in this video that are allowing me to dramatically increase my views, currently driving 6, 7, 8,000, 9,000 views in a 48-hour period because I'm publishing more, and we're going to talk about that too. But first, let me demo this. Hey, I want to really demo just how powerful it is to really be able to have conversations with you and how I've been training you on best practices when it comes to YouTube. Let's talk about a few things, specifically thumbnails and titles. What's our workflow been like, and what are the things I constantly remind you of?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been really fun to dive into all these best practices with you. One of the big things you always emphasize is making sure that titles are short, punchy, and really compelling, usually around 55 characters or less, and focusing on creating that curiosity or urgency. And when it comes to thumbnails, you always highlight the importance of having a really clear, attention-grabbing visual that pairs well with the title. It's all about that combination.
And that's the core of what this video is about. It's about really understanding how to quickly publish more videos and just letting go of so many things and then combining it with AI like I just demonstrated, which you're going to see in depth as we move forward in this video. This is totally free. And anybody can access this new free voice functionality, and you'll actually remember each individual user and their preferences. Is that right? You're going to remember and it doesn't cost anything?
That's right. The voice functionality is available for everyone to use, and it's totally free. And yes, I can remember individual user preferences and details from our conversations. So it's kind of like having an ongoing chat with a friend who remembers all the important stuff.
ChatGPT, totally free, can help you to ensure you don't make mistakes like poor titles. Watch this video in its entirety because you're going to learn what day to publish, what time to publish, how to dramatically reduce the workload needed to publish videos, and so much more. And you're going to see incredible ways to leverage AI like I just demonstrated. Let's jump in. First off, you really want to be making very simple videos that you can crank out easily, and you want to normalize the process of filming and publishing, because as you do that longer, there are so many powerful benefits. Number one, when you publish more videos, you can respond to what's happening in your community, in the niche that you're in. When you're creating video content around a specific niche, which I really recommend you leverage, then when you see an opportunity, a new book, a new software app, a new movie release, you see other videos taking off around this one topic, it's easier for you to jump in and to make that video. Now, this method really requires you to be able to publish more videos. I think the sweet spot is between 2 and 3 videos a week. Long form videos between 5 and 10 minutes is a great place to start. And I bet I just lost a lot of viewers. If you're still watching and you're curious, I want to make this easy and doable for you. You'll notice that this video will have minimal screenshots. I will put in a few when I really need to demonstrate what you need to do around YouTube titles, the kind of videos you want to make. It's important. It's so important that you nail your video titles. But I have published video after video after video with hardly any editing. And this makes it very easy for me to come down to the same location, Like if you're like, I've got a busy house, there's kids, film in your car. And film as you go to work or when you're coming home. Or you just get out of the house and you go film and you're back in 20 minutes. And it's easy and it's repeatable. And over time, when you do this, I guarantee you're going to get better at how you communicate, number one. Number two, it'll make it more actionable to create those videos we're talking about. Now, when exactly do you publish these particular videos? So number one is you have to have a niche. Number two is you want to create this sustainable and simple video creation process so you can get a video done start to finish in between an hour and 90 minutes, which you can when you break down and simplify the process. In the beginning, it can be very overwhelming because we're putting ourselves out there. We have to get over the mental hurdle of doing that. But the moment we do that, we get over that hurdle, then it's very easy to publish. And then number three is really understanding, well, when should I publish? And what I like to do is I pay attention to this, real-time views. And what I do is I pay attention to when the views start to drop and I'm uncomfortable with the amount of views coming in on an hourly basis, on a daily basis. So for me, right now, I don't want to dip below, say, 2,500 views a day. So that would be 5,000 views in a 48-hour time period, real-time views, 48 hours. And that's when I know to publish. Now, here's what's really cool, because I'm really simplifying the process of publishing videos. I'm not doing a bunch of editing. I'm not doing a bunch of adding the music and whatnot. I can just focus on what matters the most. Now, there are some things you absolutely want to do, and I've seen a lot of channels lately. Like, I want to say thank you for all the people stopping by, leaving comments and so on. It's so amazing to see, and I really appreciate it. I visit your channels and often I'll see, really, in my opinion, poor titles. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. It should be to the point. You don't want to have video upload number 37 or vlog number 104, your podcast episode. You don't want to have part 4 because nobody understands those things. There's nothing in it for the viewer on YouTube. They're not going to be excited about it's vlog 47. And furthermore, that distracts from the power of creating a compelling title. Let's talk about exactly how to format your title to get great titles back and really to trigger the algorithm. You want to keep your title less than about 55 or 50 characters and so on. This is because as you create a longer title, it's going to get truncated, and I want my viewers to read everything. I just like it to be simple, short, and to the point. Trust funnel. Or if you're struggling to grow your channel, do this. You see, the entire title, it's much more compelling, and the moment you add in those episode 49, you detract from that. Don't do that. The second thing you want to pay attention to is actual keyword phrases that people are searching for on YouTube. YouTube is mentioned countless times that they pay attention to what viewers have watched in the past. So if you pay attention and you see their videos are doing well for YouTube monetization, then you want to make sure to create a video title specifically around that. Okay, so I always like to think of my video titles as having 2 specific parts. Number 1 is the keyword phrase. I want it to be at least 2, probably 3 to 4 words. And to identify those, just go to YouTube or on your phone, just search for YouTube monetization in my case, or over 50 lifestyle, and see what is populated, because YouTube will suggest what people are searching for, and these are the topics that are resonating with viewers. So 1 is you want to include one of those phrases, and then number 2 is you always want to add what I like to call a compelling element. This is something like secret, never before shared. It's a phrase that's going to compel the viewer to then click. Now, you can build these out yourself. You can use ChatGPT. I've done that many times. I've done the demo. I'll do it right now just to give you an idea. Hey, help me out. I want to make a video about really targeting people, lifestyle over 50, that kind of a thing. But I want to get really specific. So first, help me understand maybe a few different playlists that I could create. And then let's try to hone in, really dial in a very specific title that combines one, a 3-word phrase, keyword phrase from YouTube. And then number 2, something that's very compelling. Again, a 2 or 3-word phrase that will compel the viewer to click. And again, I want you to help me identify something that's very specific. And this is powerful. I'll explain why in just a second. So give me some thoughts and ideas, maybe 10 video titles that would work.
For a lifestyle channel targeting people over 50, you could create a few different playlists to keep things organized and engaging. For example, you might have a health and wellness over 50 playlist, a travel adventures over 50 playlist, and maybe a hobbies and creativity over 50 playlist. Each one could focus on different aspects of life that are really relevant and meaningful. As for video titles, let's try some that are really compelling and specific. How about something like Rediscover Passion Over 50, or Unlock Vitality After 50, or Transform Your Life at 50 plus. We can definitely refine these even more once we know exactly what you're aiming for.
Yeah, you really mentioned a great point, and I want you to break down and give me some titles based on the importance of having a hobby and how doing so can really transform your life. And the reason I'm doing this is I want you to see how I'm structuring and thinking about different subtopics. And then hopefully you're following as far as coming up with a video title that, 1, has the keyword phrase, and number 2, also has the compelling element. So give me some topics based on the importance of hobbies for those people over 50, making it super compelling and clickable. Also, the title needs to be under 55 characters. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely. That sounds like a great approach. Here are some title ideas that combine the importance of hobbies for people over 50 with a compelling twist. 1, revitalize your life with a new hobby at 50 plus. 2, unlock joy, the power of hobbies after 50.
Goodness, I hope that worked out with the audio. But this is the power of number 1, ChatGPT. These are still your ideas. These are still your topics, and you're focused on guiding the AI, but it's a great way to ensure that you're really coming up with powerful topics that can help you get there. And the title, right? So make sure your title is really dialed in. And then the thing to do is just sit down, keep it simple, break out the video, and then move on. Now, the beauty of this is you're going to get so much more confident and better with how you communicate. Trust me, I know. If you look at my early videos, it's a freak show for sure. And then interesting, I had in my very quick and dirty notes, like I'm literally doing this right now, what I'm sharing with you, and it's absolutely working. This is my second video, and I'll have 2 videos filmed and done and in the bag, allowing me to take some time to get back to writing my book and so on. And I also really recommend that you do create the 3 subtopics and create playlists around those, because this will allow you to see topics and subtopics that perform better. Make sure you're nailing those titles and so on. Now, your channel layout, this is something again that's super, super powerful, is you want to have a channel banner that's really to the point and really communicating why your channel matters and what makes it different. Like furthermore, if you're in your videos, that's enough. When people watch a video and then they go to your channel and it just says, hey, YouTube tips, perfect, because people have already watched my videos. They're now on my channel page. They see the YouTube tips at the top and they understand clearly. But there's one thing you can do, again, that will ensure that your video gets connected with I should say your perfect video from your back catalog gets connected to the person that just is now they're checking out your channel. So they've watched 1 video, maybe 2, they went to your channel page. Now you can add a For You section on YouTube, and you do that by going into customization and then home tab, and you just make sure you've got the For You section dragged up to the top. And this is what it's going to do, is it pays attention to each individual viewer who finds your channel. And then what it does is it's going to identify the perfect video from your catalog that the algorithm believes makes the most sense for that individual viewer, and it's going to place that at the top of your channel. So this is another great way to ensure you keep people watching on your channel. Like, get them to click, get them to stick. You got to get the click, get them to stick, and you want to keep people coming back. So this is such a powerful strategy for really publishing videos in a sustained way for maybe a month. Do it for 2 months, do it for 3 months, but right now it's interesting. vidIQ in the growth space, they publish probably 3 to 4 long form videos a week. Think Media, same thing. Why? Because more is better when you reach a threshold. Those titles have to be dialed in. Your ability to communicate clearly, that's important, and it'll improve just because you're making more videos. The thumbnails, super powerful, and this is the last tip. So when you craft that title, film, and then when you're going to publish, all I do is I take a screen capture literally from the video as I'm editing it. I do edit my videos, and I recommend, if you're serious and you're full-time, or that's where you want to be, or you want a bigger channel, that even if you're on a phone, edit on the phone or edit on a computer. I think a computer is easier. There's just more space and room to work. And you want to remove the beginning, the end. If you make a bunch of mistakes in the middle, you can cut that out. But you don't, we're not editing to be, spending hours and hours. It's literally a 1 hour job at the most, and that's for maybe a 20-minute video. A 10-minute video, I can be done with the edit in 20 minutes, meaning I can film, publish, be done, simple thumbnail. All I do for the thumbnail is take a screen capture as I'm editing. You can export not only your video file, but you can export a single frame from your video, and then I add the right words to the thumbnail, which always, helps me to improve the watch time and the amount of viewers clicking, because I really try to trigger different human emotions. And this video right here covers that exact thing. So watch that video, and when you do, it's going to help you to understand how to really improve the amount of people, increase the amount of people clicking. I'll see you there.